Good morning, students. Yeah, good morning. Yesterday we discussed about different types of life cycle models. So we already discussed waterfall model and iterative incremental model. My voice is audible and my screen is visible to everyone. So see here waterfall model. So it is the basic model or oldest model. So here here the data is in linear sequential. We are using here linear sequential model. Okay. So in waterfall model, we cannot if risk occurs, we cannot do anything about that risk. So this is one of the disadvantage of waterfall model. But here we are following sequential model or linear sequential model. Okay. We have linear sequential mean first phase 1, then go to when phase 1 is completed, then move to the phase 2, and so on in sequential manner. And also we are choosing for smaller projects only, we are choosing waterfall model. For smaller projects we are choosing waterfall model. Then so every project must do all these requirement system. I mean, every model will do these analysis only. Requirement system is an implementing testing, but they are choose different categories. In waterfall model, we are using linear sequential model, and in incremental model, we are using iterative methods. Okay, here we are using iterative methods. So here also, if there risk is occur, you cannot do anything. So these models not used for risk handling. Okay. So today we are going to I'm going to discussion about spiral model. Okay, only 57 members are joined. I'm waiting for other people join. So any doubt regarding the waterfall model or iterative increment model, please write a message in text box or chat box. This is increment 1 and increment 2. Yesterday Okay, only 66 members are joined. Okay, what are the disadvantages? What are the increment model? I already told you increment model we are using. First, we have to communicate with the customer. Then we take the requirements of the customer. Then we move to the planning. So this is one user, one programmer is communicating with the customer and do the planning. Then another programmer communicate with the customer, do another module. So and so on. So when we are doing an increment, when we are in increment and planning stage, and increment 2 we are in communication stage, and increment 3 we are in when increment 2 is in planning stage, increment 3 is in communication stage. So and vice versa, you have to increase the means the steps are repeated until the user fulfill his requirements. So this is incremental model. So here we are every time we are taking customer feedback. When we deliver anything to the customer, we are taking the feedback from the customer. Okay, risk requirement changes reduce. It is a more flexible. So easy to test and debug. So first one means when needs a proper plan to integrate the components. You have a plan to integrate the components, and which the need of a proper plan for the integrated component. Otherwise, this is one of the disadvantages. And also design also. So when to use the means incremental model means when major requirements understood, but some requirements can evolve within passes of time. When this type of requirements we are using waterfall model. And also when the product launch in the market is getting late, also we are using this type of model. And also when the customer has no problem, when the customer has no problem with the budget and he demands more quality in software, then it is a then the customer has no problem also we are choosing incremental model. So okay, 75 members are joined, so I will start. So I am going to start the spiral model. So see here, what is spiral model? It is one of the most important software development lifecycle model. Why? Because we are call it as important because we are handling here risks. In previous two models we cannot handle any risk occurring, but here we are handling risk. Okay, we are handling. Model was first described by Barry Boehm in 1986. So who invented spiral model is Barry Boehm in the year 1986. Okay, so spiral model was originally proposed by Barry Boehm, that represent the software process as a sequence of activities with some backtracking from one activity to the another activity. So with for in waterfall model we are not moved to the previous stage. We have to move only top to bottom only. Okay. In increment model also, is there any risk occur in previous increment? So it will also risk analysis is difficult. So here in this in spiral model, we are using some backtracking for one activity to another activity. So this process repeated, we call it as a, this process repeated, we call it as a spiral. So spiral is the combination of, see here, spiral is the combination of iterative model and waterfall model. So it is the combination of iterative model and waterfall model. Here we follow the sequential, linear sequential model and also iterative. So and also see here it allows simple release of the product. So it means it always updates in phase one software is delivered to the customer. Then in phase two we will update the software and again deliver to the customer. So that is we call it as an incremental release. So it allows incremental, every time we have to increment or update the software before releasing the product. So that is one of the advantages in spiral model. First we release one software, then we will update and release the another software with updating the software. This is we call it as a incremental release of the product. So in waterfall model is only chosen for small projects. So here it is favor for large, expensive and complicated model. So when we choose spiral model means it is favor for large products and more expensive and also complicated. We choose the spiral model. Okay. So here the spiral model has 4 phases. Planning, risk analysis, development and testing and evaluation. I will explain in later slides. So every model will do all these work. Either see here, I already told in all these feasibility study, requirements, physical design, all these requirements, all these, every model will all these type of plans. Okay, so this is the representation of a spiral model. So see here, so each loop in a spiral represents a phase of a software. Okay, this is also I will explain in later slides. So how we know this is how we use this spiral model I will explain later. So this is the pictorial representation of spiral model in our standard textbook. I am using this example to explain about spiral model. Okay, so every model will move for the planning, then move for the modeling, then move for construction. Every model will do all these things. Okay, either waterfall model or incremental model, any other model, all models will go all these categories: communication, planning, modeling, construction, deployment. So see here planning. So here this is planning. Okay. Next risk analysis. We have to risk analysis here also, or in modeling we have to analyze the risk. Next development and testing. Here construction we have coding and testing same. Last one evaluation or so 4 phases. So see the diagram here. I will explain later what is planning. I will explain 4 phases later. First, what is spiral model? I am explaining. Go for the planning or analysis in next slides. So first of all, I am explaining the what is spiral. So what exactly the spiral model? Here the structure is looking like it is a spiral. See here it is a spiral. Means the operations that are taking place when you are developing any product or process, that will be in the form of spiral. You remember that we are developing any product or process, that will be in the form of spiral. Okay. Each phase from spiral model begins with designing goal and ends with client reviewing. So in spiral model, each phase, so see here, see here, see here, this is one phase. Okay. So here, see here, this is one phase. So each phase from spiral model begins with design goal, begins with and with client review. So first we start with designing goal and with client reviewing. So whenever phase you are taking, whenever you are taking phases, means I think about communication, planning, communication, planning, modeling, construction, deployment. So each phase from spiral model begins with design goal and client review. So any phase you are starting with design goal and end with client reviewing. So here using spiral model, software is developed in a series of incremental release. So this is, we call it as a incremental release. So here a spiral model is divided into framework activities. This is one activity, or it is also called, okay, it is divided into framework activities. Okay, this is one framework activity, or it is a task region. So here there are different task regions. So here you can see a spiral. Here spiral starts from here, and this come to, so up to here we call it as a one phase. Up to here we call it as a one phase, and this is one task region or one phase, or this is one task region, and this is another task region. And see here, I will change the color. This is another task region. Okay, understand? So and so on. This is another task region. This is another task region. So here we are. This is divided into framework activities, or it is called as a task region. This blue region is one task region. Red region is one. So first we are communicating with the between the customer and the developer. So first phase is the communication. First phase is communication, means a communication between the customer and developer starts here. So once the communication developer communicate with the customer, so first we discuss the project with the customer. So what are the requirements they want, that is the communication. They are just talking. Okay, what are the requirements they want, and that is the communication. So how to communicate the proper communication. Next move. One minute. So next move, after discussion, we will move to the so next move to the move to next we move after communication with the customer. Then they are planning means, so after developing, so next they are planning means the developer has to plan whenever the next we move to the plan. So the developer has to plan whenever the data requirements or specifications from the customer. We are taking requirements and specifications from the customer. In the planning, in planning nothing but estimation of a project or estimation of a project or scheduling the project, and any risk analysis means risk understand while we developing the project or developing the project. So so these are all comes under planning, estimating the project, scheduling the project, risk analysis in the project. These are comes under the planning. So after planning, we have to go to the modeling. So here modeling means nothing but design. So once the documentation is ready, we have to design in the pictorial representation. We have to design in the pictorial representation. That is, we call it as a modeling. In modeling, we come across analysis phase and also design phase. In modeling, we have to design the documentation, pictorial representation, and also we are using analysis phase. Also, we are using here modeling. So then so after modeling is over, whatever the documentation is there, that will be represented in diagrammatic form. I already told you. After then we move to the construct, means that construct comes under code test. See here, construct comes under code test, means here I have write code for that the project, and after writing the code I have to test whether any product is success or not. So after writing code, and test will comes under construction phase. So for here we are writing the code for that project. After writing the code, we have to test. So both are done in construction only. After construction, the project is ready. So then I have to deploy the project. So I have to deploy the project. That is deployment phase. So one is planning phase, then the modeling phase, next construction one, next one deployment phase. So in deployment phase, we come across delivery of the project and support. Support means if any support need for customer regarding the project, we have to provide that. So the developers has to provide support for the customer. And also last one is taking feedback. So take feedback from the customer. So we are taking feedback from the customer in first phase. We are developed and delivered to the project, delivered to the customer. Then we are taking feedback. Then we have to changes. Changes will take in another spiral or another phase, so that we call it as incremental release. So this okay. So in software model, in spiral model, the software is developed in a series of incremental release. Phase 1, I delivered the product to the customer, then he has to check, then he will give feedback about the project, and we have to change or update the already existing project. Then again we have to deliver. So here a series of will be there. Okay, understand? Once it is after, another increment will be there. So here the task is divided into frameworks. I already told you the task is divided into framework. This is one framework, and this is another framework. Then this is another framework, and so on. Okay. So here, so after us this, in the first filer, for example, in the first. So understand? Does anybody has any doubt regarding this topic? So 1 minute. This is one spiral. Okay. In this spiral, we discussion about in this spiral. What we can do is spiral. It explains concept development. Here we explain concept development. Okay. Next, another spiral. So here another spiral. Here we develop system development. Okay. Here we develop system development. In this phase, first phase we have to concept develop. We have to concentrate on the concept. Then we have to second spiral we are using system development. Then move to the third spiral. So this is third spiral. In this third spiral, okay, this is my third spiral. In this third spiral, sorry. This is my third spiral. Okay. See here, this is in a third spiral. It explains system enhancement, and in fourth spiral we have to go for system maintenance. Okay. So in different phases you have to do different. First one concept development in first phase, second phase system development, and third phase system enhancement, and fourth phase system maintenance. So this is about the spiral model. Okay, does everybody understand about the spiral model? Then so uh, okay, then I will explain uh, four phases. I already told you in what we are doing in this category. We are explaining. I am explaining briefly. So first we move to the planning. So in planning, requirements are gathered from the customer and the objectives are identified and analyzed the start of every phase. We have to analyze the start of every phase, and also in this requirements like business requirement specifications, system specifications are gathered from this. Okay, and also in planning, which technology which technology we want to use, and what are the system requirement specifications, and also discussion about design, and also use case diagrams and class diagrams and sequence diagrams and define, and in planning also we have different problem here and also solution to that problem. All this we have to in planning. In planning, first we have to requirement analysis. We have to require, first we have to purpose is requirement analysis, then feasibility study and review and walkthrough, streamline in the requirements, and also finalize the list of requirements, and also requirements understand, all these comes under planning. Okay, next we move to the risk. So in this risk analysis, here this risk analysis speed. Okay, in this requirements are studied and brainstorming sessions are done to identify the potential risk. So here requirements is study, after that we have to identify the risk. Once the risks are identified and find. So here which in planning we are define the problem and also solution to the problem. In risk analysis, we have to identify which solution is best and which solution is risk is less, and we have to choose that, and we develop a trial version of software to analyze the risk. So what we have to do is in a risk analysis, already in planning we choose the we are choose problems and we also solution for that problem, and we have to choose best one which is efficient, which solution is very less in risk, and also we have developed a software analysis the this is about the risk. Next one, development and testing. So in this development and testing, actually development testing software, in this software is take phase. In this software is takes place. Okay, in this phase software is takes place, and also we have to code investigation test results, and also so this is first quadratic, this is second quadratic, planning, second, third, fourth. So in third quadratic, we perform development and testing. We perform working or not, it's properly working or not. We check it fulfill requirements or not. It will fulfill the requirement of the customer or not. We'll check here only. Then we move to the deployment or evaluation. So this phase allows means fourth quadratic. First, second, third, fourth quadratic. This phase allows the customer to evaluate evaluate the output of the project before the project continues to the next spiral. So customer evaluate the software and provide the feedback and approval. So once one file completed, we are delivered to the customer. Then the customer provides the feedback and approval. In evaluation, we will deliver a software to the customer. The customer will evaluate the software and its and the customer will check its fulfill his requirement or not. So after evaluation of deployment, customer give feedback. Then we move again move for planning and second spiral. We move for planning, modeling, construction and deployment. Then again the customer will give feedback. Again we move for planning, modeling and so until the customer fulfill his requirements. This spiral will continue. The phases will continue until the customer will fulfill his requirements. So this is about the spiral model. So does everybody understand about spiral model? Any doubt regarding spiral model? Please write a message in chat. So next advantages. So what are the advantages by using spiral model? So one of the advantages is high amount of risk analysis. So here high amount of risk analysis means when avoidance of risk is enhanced, then analyzing risk is to here when there is a risk is more, we have to analyze the risk is more. So here high amount of risk analysis, hence avoidance of risk is enhanced, and also good for large and critical projects, and also strong equipment and documentation control. Here there is strong for when we are using is when we tell that customer we are using spiral model means strong approval and documents control, and also here additional functionalities can be added later date. So in first phase we are not give any additional functionalities. In second phase we will provide, in second phase we will provide additional functionalities. This is one of the advantages in spiral model. And also software is produced early in software life cycle. So and some other advantages are when project is large, we are using this is one of the advantage, and when releases are required to be frequent. Releases required to release the requirements, and also when risk and cost evaluation is important. So here we are Risk and cost evaluation is important. Also, we are using spiral model. I mean advantages, and also when sorry, wrong. Okay, here advantages are additional functions or changes can be done at later stages. I already told you. Then cost estimation becomes easy because in one phase we are estimating one cost. Then in second phase also we are estimating. So cost estimation becomes easy, and development is fast and features are added in systematic way. Here development is fast and also features are added in systematic way. Means in phase one and in first spiral and second spiral and so on. Okay, there is always a space for customer feedback. In spiral one, we are taking the customer feedback, and also in spiral two, we are taking the customer's feedback. So these are the advantages, and some advantages are risk. And other some advantages are best model for risk analysis and risk handling, and also good for large projects, and flexibility in requirements, main customer satisfaction, and also software produced is early. So here software produced is as early before our scheduled time. So these are the advantages, some of the advantages spiral model. Then we move to the disadvantages. Can be costly model to use. So this is more costly as compared to waterfall model and incremental model. And risk analysis, for here we are taking risk analysis requires, means here high specific expertise. For risk analysis requires high specific expertise. Then project success is highly depend on the risk analysis phase. When we have a risk analysis aspect, so project is depending highly on the risk analysis phase only. And also it does not work for small projects. So here this project not work for smaller project. And another disadvantage is risk is not meeting the schedule or budget. One of the main drawback. And also documentation is more, it has intermediate phase. So one in intermediate phase, in one document, in another phase make another document because we are updating the some of the requirements in existing software. So documentation is more in, this is one of the disadvantage. So it is already told it is not work for smaller projects. Okay, and this spiral model is much more complex than other waterfall model and iterative model. So it is costly for smaller projects, and also difficult in time management. So it is difficult in time management as the number of phases is unknown at the start of the project. So before starting of the project, number of how many phases we have to go, we don't know. So the time estimation is very difficult. So this is difficult in time estimation when we have unknown phases. Okay, these are some of the disadvantages in software planning or spiral model, and why we choose this spiral model. So when we choose this spiral model, when cost and risk evaluation is important, when cost and risk evaluation is important, we will choose spiral model. And also for medium to high risk projects, we are in that type of also we are using spiral model. problems were also spiral model. When significant changes are expected, we choose spiral model. Okay, when we choose spiral, it's also useful. This project, and also when requirements are unclear, products which we use, and when changes at any time, in this type also we choose spiral. Then when the amount of risk is lost, also use spiral model. And also where enough time frame is there, also we choose spiral model. So these are some points of spiral model. So this is about the spiral model. So see here. So this diagrammatic representation looks like a spiral with many loops. Okay. So number of phases varies depending on the project and the manager. So how many phases are depending upon the project and the project manager. Okay. So the project manager determine the phases depending on the project risk. So here the project manager determine the phases depending on the project risk. So project manager has an important role to develop a project using spiral model. Okay. So here the radius of the spiral model. Here the radius of spiral model represents the expenses, that is cost of the project, where angular dimensions. So angular dimensions represents the progress mode. So far in the current phase. So actually angular dimensions measures the angle between the two lines or 3 points, or angle between the axes. We call it as an angular dimensions. So angular represents the progress mode, and also radius represents the cost of the or expensive or so far. And angular dimension represent the progress mode so far in the current phase. So yes, the spiral model consists of loops, and exact number of loops spiral is not fixed. So here number of loops is not fixed, varies from one project to the another. And each loop of the spiral is divided into 4 quadratic. I already told you, first quadratic start of the every phase or analysis, and second quadratic all possible solutions are evaluated and select the, this is first quadratic. Second quadratic all solutions In fourth quadratic, the customer evaluates the so all these about spiral model. Okay. Does everybody understand? Does anybody has any doubt regarding the spiral model? Today I am ending the session. Tomorrow we will discuss about okay. Tomorrow we will discuss tomorrow we will discuss about the remaining two models, that is dynamic system development model and agile model. Okay. Okay, I am ending the session. Any doubt? Please write a message in chat box. Otherwise, I am ending the session. Thank you. 1 minute. There is a message. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. I am ending the session.